Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap in review, I'm having water, and tonight I'll be discussing Big Little Spells by Hazel Beck. I did get this from my library, and of course I'm giving my honest opinion. These are the highlights and the content warnings. And my rating for this book is 4 stars, so what's it about? This book continues the story in St. Cyprian after being saved from a flood by Rebecca's sister and coven. This deed, however, has brought Rebecca home after being in exile for the last 10 years after her magic was stripped from her when she was 18 for failing their coming-of-age magic test. While she's happy to be reunited with her sister and friends, she now has to face the powerful Joywood Coven, who wants to hold her accountable for using magic she was forbidden from using. In fact, the Joywood Coven wants to use the magic that they used to stop the flood as proof that they are a danger to witchkind and need to be held accountable, which in their laws is the harshest sentence possible. Death. But their efforts are thwarted when it is suggested that Rebecca and her sister retake the test that they failed in high school to prove they are not a danger to the community. So Rebecca will seek the help of the only person powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with the Joywoods, and that is the mysterious, immortal Nicholas Frost. He had tried to tutor her back in high school, which only helped fuel her crush on him, but she was never able to get a read on him due to his arrogant and remote nature. So she doesn't know if he cared about her then or even now, or if he even cares about witchkind and their survival. But they know they need his help to not only pass the test, but to prove that it is the Joywoods and their corrupt nature that are the true danger to their community. So what are my thoughts? Again, I'm giving this 4 stars. Now, I do want to say I enjoyed this book, but the same issues I had with the first book did carry over to this book, but they did not factor into my rating, but I do feel like it's worth mentioning. And that is that I don't think this book is being marketed correctly. It's being marketed as a witchy rom-com, but having read this book and the last one, this series, in my opinion, is not a romantic comedy. There was no comedy in this book at all. I don't think I laughed once. Not to say it's a bad book, it's just not a romantic comedy. I would also argue this is not a romance book. While there is somewhat of a romance, it is very much a subplot, so much of a subplot that I actually forgot there was supposed to be romance in this book. This book, instead, in my opinion, should have been marketed as a contemporary paranormal fiction. This book focuses a lot more on Rebecca, her sister, and their coven coming together, reclaiming their truth and their powers, and trying to uncover the corruption that is going on in their town. For that and this plot, I did enjoy this book. Now, for our characters, I'm going to focus on Rebecca, as this whole book is done from her POV, and honestly, in my opinion, this was the journey of Rebecca, and I really enjoyed her as a character. Now, back in high school, she really got the raw end of the deal when all the adults there that were to help set her up for success really plotted against her for not just failure, but also to isolate her. Now, when she's exiled, she really works on trying to recover and even join some recovery programs, and while she does heal to some extent, it left a scar. And now she's back in the place where it all started, having to jump through the same hoops for the same people who plotted against her and her sister, and she's just trying to prove to everyone that she is not a danger, as well as trying to uncover the corruption that is going on in their town. This, along with the amazing journey, which is about forgiveness, the bonds of sisterhood, the support you can get from found family, all allow Rebecca the chance to finally heal, as well as to reclaim her power, her truth, and an identity. Overall, I did enjoy this book, and I even got choked up a couple times towards the ending, and while I don't think Nicholas played a huge part in this book, he was pivotal at the ending that got me so choked up. I do plan to continue this series because I have to find out what's going on with the Joywood Coven and what's happening in this town. This book is currently available, and I would recommend it, and I do hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.